All right, so we'll give you a second look through. Here's an example. So you can see the lines in the walls that were partitions that were put into place that divide the classroom when this was an open concept. Then you'll also see some of the rooms over here to the right that have glass with the wire mesh in it that are long and narrow versus some square and rectangular and open spaces for the kids. So when Mrs. Waite's teaching, Mr. Ocasio, Mr. Schwinderer, and Mrs. Schaefer, our kids are hearing the other teachers talk, especially if they're close to the wall on top of the units. And you can see that the rooms are not all equal in size. So to give our kids an opportunity to do so and have the same space is very important for equity and learning. A lot of them don't have any natural light. It's dark. They don't have adequate sink space to do the labs and the activities that they need to do. Because of the age of the building in certain parts, the water, the electricity, the gas has been cut and capped off because to repair it would cost a lot to tear up floors. But this is an idea of what we would want to see all of our kids having the same science or learning environment, especially when we start taking a look at our science or math, technology, engineering, and stuff. So if you want to come into this room and take a look at this room real quick, you can see the cracks in the floor. Part of those cracks in the floor are due to the water, and you'll see those throughout the hallway. But you also see that in here, there's a pole in the middle of the room because these rooms were converted.
Now let's get everybody in the room.
We all fit?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, wow.
So again, this was a very open concept. And then when the 70s went by, they said not so much.
Why was it open for? Why would the building?
That was the design of the 70s.
This was all open, no rooms.
This was all open. There were dividers and things that you would close. You'd have meeting areas to go to, things like that. Sort of like Hickory.
So earlier when I shared with you this idea that you don't need a new board office, I get it. I understand that perception. I get that completely. So here's what would happen. That door right there is where we would lop off the high school. It would go straight across, right? So it starts over here, would go all the way across to over there. High school comes down. You're looking, if you were to go through that door where the existing board office is, we would have roughly 8,000 more square feet than we need. New board office will be significantly less. And again, right size for our needs and way more efficient in operating for the future.